When you're working in Adobe Photoshop, there are a lot of reasons why you might want to create a customized profile. Let's go back up to the word edit and go into color settings. We have all of these. And if you really don't want to take a lot of time to figure out what all of those options mean, we will talk more about those later, you might want to use one of these and not worry about it, and chances are it's going to be great. But what if, say for example, you go out to a 4-color press? I want to tell you something. They have precise information on color settings for your color space that they would like you to use. Now, they may actually have the file they can give you, in which case you click over here on the word load. You find the file where you put it and you load it, and all of this stuff will change based on what they want for their 4-color press. And if they've got it, I totally recommend you use it. But there might be ways that you work, say with your inkjet printers, things like that, where you're working and you found that a certain way to set this up works best for that particular printer. So you want to make your own. Well, you just come in here and begin making changes. Let's just say, for example, we want to use blend RGB colors using gamma. And maybe that's the only thing we change, because we're going to talk more about this stuff later. We now have the word custom over here on settings. What you do is click save. Now it's going to take you here, and this is where you want to put this. I'll just call that Andy's inkjet and delete it later. The reason we want to put them into settings is because if you do it here, well, let me show you. Let's click save. It will give you the ability to add some notes here if you want to do that. I'll click OK again. It will appear in the list. You'll see it there. If you don't use the settings folder, it won't be there. What you'll have to do is go to the word load and try to find it again. There are a lot of reasons why you might want to set up your own custom color settings based on your output devices. When you do, they will always be here until you change them again. But if you save them, you've got them anytime you need them, and don't forget where they're going to be. They're going to be right here. Now, what does that mean? You can give this document, the CSV file, to somebody else. They can then click load and actually bring it into their system so that you're all on the same page. Don't forget you can save these things. That's a very important thing to remember.